Hi everyone, thank you for clicking on my video. Today we're getting into some Orzhov Lifegain Bats. So these games that you're about to see, I recorded this on Bloomburrow release date, and by the time this video comes out, it's probably going to be about 2 weeks since that date. So the meta had a lot of time to kind of, change. So I'm not going to go too deep into this deck in this intro, mainly because I feel like what I have here probably won't be relevant at the time you're watching this video. So instead, enjoy the couple games I have here. I'll try to showcase some of the games that shows what some of these cards can do. And then at the end of this video, I'll go over how I think this deck should change to make it better, as well as going over some of the other similar decks that is making a splash in the meta. So stick around for that, and without any further ado, let's just get to the games. Oh, and deck list will be in the description along with some other pertinent information. Anyways, here we go. All right, let's see if we can get some Lifegain Bats going. Okay, opponent goes first. We do have a cut down. Never mind. Like this is all right. This is all right. Still on the draw though. That's unfortunate. Okay, against mono red. Well, drew a cut down. I don't know if I was supposed to keep the cut down open, but maybe I was supposed to. Yeah, I should have left cut down open. It's alright. Do this. That. And we'll do that now. They draw a card, which kind of sucks, but... Now, can we draw... Can we draw something to remove a creature? Ooh. Alright, so... Alright. I think we hold up Bitter Triumph. Huh? Cleave. Okay, Valiant whenever every time because of the target of the spell or for the first time, each turn exile the top card of your library until the end of the turn. Okay. Draw. Okay. And I think I have to discard a card. What is this? Return a creature. I think I'm going to return a creature. Deep Cavern Bat. Malia. Okay. So they're a Valiant deck, which means, hopefully, that means that they don't have a lot of removal and mostly just pump spells. Because I really need Zorleen to survive. Cut down. Well, in that case, We'll leave cut down open and play Deep Cavern Bat. That's what they got. Woohoo! Got a good one. Alright. Misha's Foundry? Nope. Alright, well, in this instant, we're just gonna kill one of the show-offs. No blocks. And then play Zorling. Ooh. Attack. Gain life. See what they got. Can they do 15 damage? I might have to block with Zorling. I don't know. Oh. Yes. I will block with Zorling. Should have kept the land in hand. So, for all you red mages out there. Why are they... I mean... Why? I don't understand. Oh, okay, they wanted it to pump it up. Gotcha. I forgot about that. I'll go with no attacks. Oof. One block. Assuming it's Monstrous Rage. Take 5. Round 7. Up to 11. So that's 4. Okay, this time it's a no block for me. They might have a pump spell. No, okay, they're just going for the 4. How much do I have to pay? I think it's paid 2 life, right? And 2 life, yeah. And I can bring back what? Amalia? Done. Auto pick. Bring back Amalia. Okay. This is mostly for blocking. Then I can get it back with Zorling's Earthbast Forge. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, finally on the play. It could be good. But I can't play any of my removal. Oof. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. We'll see if. All right. We'll see if Essence Chandler is enough to carry this game. If they're just going to be removal. Not removal. Good. Ooh, Caves of Coolios. That's gonna make things a bit better. Let's see. I can't play the case yet. Alright, so... Yep. Cavern Bat. They had removed. Okay, that's kind of what I thought they had. Okay. Interesting. I would like to get Knight Errant Eos, but kind of need to get the case out of their hand too. And just get rid of the Novice Inspector. I'll attack. So if they didn't draw a land, they can't play Knight of Errant Eos. Or Knight Errant of Eos. And Novice Inspector. Novice Inspector or Instant Half for Dinner. No block. Did they draw a case? If they drew a case, might be their way of trying to get rid of Essence Chandler. They might just get rid of the Deep Cavern Bat though. Yeah, they drew a case. Alright, well... Ooh, this is a tough one. Okay. Just get rid of that case again. Bant, then I'll attack. Keep growing my Chandler. Alright. Alright, so this is the problem with this deck. I only have one shadowy backstreet, I think, right? Tap lands. And Cavernous Souls. Maybe I need to go down on number of Cavernous Souls so I can play a case of I need Feast on turn 1 and start getting my creatures in. But we are on the play, so maybe playing tap land first won't be too bad. We can see what's next. Rin Lurker? Yeah. Okay. That might make up for it. Fabled Passage, turn 1. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so do this. You do this. Play bat. And lurker. Fabled Passage. Is it green? Black. I wonder if this is that Golgari land deck again with the turtle. No, Orzhov. Okay. Ooh, much needed land. All right. We're just gonna go ahead and kill you now. Play Soarline next turn, or just win. That's an option too. Like, going first, like, helps so much. Going first? Okay, let's try it out. Need another black land for Gix, but one thing, like, originally I had, you know, more Amalias, more Gixes, and things like that. And going more your traditional, there we go, traditional life gain with added bats. But a lot of these bats kind of just, well, basically everything with Bloomburrow, everything just synergizes well with the given creatures, right? So I think we'll go with this first. I think it's a Lizards deck, maybe? Yep. No removal is kind of tough, but alright, so Cave of Colios, yeah. And Essence Chandler into Ruin Lurker Bat. Alright, we don't have good blocks. Let's see if they run a lot of removal, or if they run mostly just creatures. My deck didn't run a whole lot of removal, just cut down. And SS Chandler now is out of cut down range, so here's hoping. Lupin Flower Village, you can tap 2 and sacrifice, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a bat, bird, mouse, or rabbit card from one gun and put it into your hand. Alright, might be something we do if you flood out. I think opponent had a bad hand. Taking a long time to think about it. Cut down. They do run, go for the throw. I guess put it on a lifelinker. And they thought that long about that? Jeez. Thran Portal. Okay, well. This on black, I guess. Where's Case? Take action. Cut down. Wish I left open black. Okay. Oh, right. They get to pick, so it's cut down for sure. Yep. So hopefully... Okay, so... I can play this with the Offspring. 2 blacks. A lot of lands. I need a little bit more life gain. And duress, okay. Duress, wow. Okay, so that Dogma is going for more of a what's the word? Hand disruption type of hand. Okay. Okay. That's pretty good, actually. Oh, I did. Okay, I had more than one. Actually, yeah, let's keep that. Three attacks, gain 3 life. Take action. Decline, decline. Okay. I need to gain more life. Hopefully they don't have any more removal. That kind of sucks. What do they take? Lunar Convocation would be really nice. But that's up. They obviously knew that. Okay. Alright. I could kill Gev now. They probably have a scales, right? I'm down to 10. They have a scales. They have a scales. They did not have a scales. Lizard. Okay, they have another give. Okay. Please be land. Please be land. Please be land. No! Hey, if you're still here, thank you very much. You made it to the end. And this is where I'm gonna talk a bunch about the cards in the deck and how I think things should be improved and how I feel the meta is moving. Whether that's correct or not, soon to be seen, but either way, that last game, what a way to end it, huh? Definitely should have blocked. Blocking is highly recommended when your life is very low and you're playing a creature called Darkstar Augur. Anyways, let's look at this deck. Looks a little bit different from the beginning. This is what I'm running now. I think it's doing a little bit better, but honestly, I think this deck is really hurting from losing Lunarch Veteran. The case of Uneaten Feast being the only 1-drop that gains you life. I mean, we have Ruin Lurker Bat, but I think I feel like Lifelink is a little bit different from a Enters trigger. Also, the whole life gain approach, it works well against a aggro deck like Mono Red that has few removal and relies mostly on pump spells. But when you go up against something like any mid-range deck or control deck with a lot of removal, the deck starts to fall apart a bit. Anyways, let's take a look at some of the cards I removed. So, Essence Chandler seems like a really strong card. Every time you gain life, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. Every time you lose life, it gains Vigilance and Flying. And when it dies, you get to put its counter on another creature. But what I ended up finding is that it's really hard to get that balance of having a way to gain life and having a way to lose life. And you really want to be able to control both. You want to be able to lose life at instant speed, but without both really there, this card kind of falls apart. Which is also why the mana base, that you see that I got rid of the Thram portals, because I didn't need that instant life loss as much. Oh, also I got rid of the Cavern of Souls because I have a lot more non-creature spells, but 1 or 2 copies might be correct. Another card I removed is Lifegain Duo, basically a 1/2 flying that works kind of like Lunarch Veteran, but the difference between 1 mana and 2 mana is pretty big. And instead of Lifegain Duo, I'm going with Ilas Core. This is just from my perspective. I find that having a 2/2 with Death Touch just felt more relevant than a 1/2 flyer. Next one that I removed is Darkstar Augur. This one might be obvious, but that last game kind of showed the risks of running this card, especially if you offspring. You should definitely offspring only if your life total can handle it, but this deck desperately needs some sort of card draw, which is why instead I'm going with Preacher of Schism. Maybe going back to Gix is better, but Preacher of Schism, it's a bit more synergistic in the sense that you could also get a lifelink vampire, but if your life total is already higher than your opponent's, you'll start getting the card draw, so pretty nice there. Other cards that I've considered, Starscape Cleric. So this wasn't in the original deck either, but it's a 2 mana 2/1 with flying, and whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. If you have enough life gain in your deck, this creature becomes ridiculous, does a lot of damage. But again, I'm finding that I didn't have enough life gain in my deck. But we'll see if there's a life gain deck that actually starts performing well and if this card makes it into it or not. Another card, Sheoldred the Apocalypse, always a good 4-drop to have. Because I'm playing Zorline, I'm trying to keep the majority of my mana drops below 3 or lower, just so I can get the value from Zorline. So that's the only reason why I didn't put Sheoldred in here. And same reasoning for Aclazotz, but yeah, so those are the cards. Also, Invasion of Goblikon was just another idea I had in here, because you can always flip your invasion, sacrifice your Light Shield Array, and then bring back the invasion with Zorline, and kind of create this interesting loop, especially since even though it does come in with a finality counter on it, if you flip the invasion again, it gets exiled anyway, so, and then comes back. So you can, it's kind of like a, I wouldn't call it an infinite loop, but you can keep doing it. So taking a look at what I actually did put into this deck, I already talked about LSL Core. Now, I had 1 copy of Amalia in the original deck, but I increased it up to 3 because I really wanted a way to go through my deck and put a bunch of things into the graveyard if I don't need it. And especially since I can get it back with Zorline, being able to explore with Amalia is a huge plus. Next, another card that I'm a little bit iffy on is Lunar Convocation. I mostly have it in here as a source of card draw and the occasional creating a bat when you're able to gain life and lose life on the same, I guess during your turn. Honestly, trying to set up the game where you're losing life and gaining life just to get a bat sometimes is not worth it. I already talked about Preacher of the Schism, and Liliana of the Veil is in here for matches against mid-range and control. Like I said, those are the worst matchups, and I feel like the meta is slowly shifting that direction because of like the abundance of aggro decks that everybody's now trying to find a way to counter the aggro decks, which also happens to counter this deck. So Liliana of the Veil in here against those matchups. And another good synergy is with Zorline. You can bring Liliana down, you know, -2, get rid of your opponent's creature, and maybe they remove Liliana, bring Zorline down, and bring Liliana back. It just makes Liliana a little bit more resilient with Zorline. Anyways, that's this deck. Just trying to go, you know, life game, but slowly moving towards mid-range, which is a good way to segue into the next deck. So here we have a best of 3 mid-range deck that revolves around Zorline Cosmos Caller. This is the deck that's been making a bit of a splash in Magic the Gathering online leagues and tournaments. It's not like the best performing deck, but it is performing pretty well. And I really like this deck. I haven't had a chance to play with it a whole lot, but I tried it out once and it felt pretty good. And basically, you're trying to leverage Zorline's ability to bring things like Preacher, Liliana, Caustic Bronco, and Deep Cavern Bat back from the graveyard, while also having top-end cards like Beza, Aclazotz, and Virtue of Loyalty. Well, it even has one copy of Season of the Burrow, which is that 5-mana sorcery that you spend 5 paw prints for 3 different modes. You can either create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token for 1 paw, exile target non-land permanent for 2 paws. Its controller draws a card. And then for 3 paws, you can return a card with a mana value of 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield with an indestructible counter on it. So, seems pretty cool. Haven't been able to use it yet, but seeing that it's only a 1-of, I'm assuming it's still just kind of being tested out. But yeah, this is the black-white mid-range that looks very exciting and worth kind of testing out in best of 1 setting. Anyways, that's all I have for today. If you stuck around this long, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And remember, have fun playing Magic, and hope to see you in the next video.